In 2015, the United Nations created 17 Sustainable Development Goals that aim to achieve by 2030. All 193 United Nations member states agreed on these 17 sustainable goals to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect our planet. Now, we are offering you to a table a panel discussion that focuses on the fifth SDG, which is gender equality. Introducing to these people that came from different professions or fields, let's give them a round of applause. There will be questions given by the audience, so you must need to answer that questions depends on your viewpoint.
Hi, Miss Jeril. Here's my question for you. As a teacher from your school, what is the biggest problem with gender inequality that your students have experienced?
I think one of the most significant problems stemming from gender inequality for students is the limited access to opportunities and resources based on gender. This can result in unequal treatment, restricted educational paths, and limited career options, stifling their potential and hindering personal and professional growth. And additionally, gender-based discrimination can negatively impact self-esteem and mental health, affecting a student's overall well-being and success in academics and life.
What would our society would look like if our gender equality goals were met? Give us your insight about this issue as a Secretary of Department of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Christine, for your question. So, your question is about what would our society look like if our gender equality goals were met? So, for me as a Deputy Secretary, a society with achieved gender equality would likely be characterized by equal opportunities, the representation and treatment for people of all genders. This could lead to increased diversity in leadership roles, reduce gender-based violence, and improve overall well-being as individuals could pursue their aspirations without gender-based obstacles. Social attitudes and norms would likely evolve to embrace a more inclusive and equitable perspective. So my insights about this issue in gender equality is gender equality remains a global challenge despite progress in many areas. These issues can include, first one is the workplace disparities. Women often face pay gaps, limited career advancement, and unequal representation in leadership positions. The second one is gender-based violence. Women and marginalized genders are disproportionately affected by various forms of violence, including domestic abuse and harassment, and also trafficking. The third one is the education disparities. In some regions, girls may still encounter barriers to education, limiting their opportunities for personal and professional growth. The fourth one is the cultural and social norms. Traditional gender roles and stereotypes persist, reinforcing expectations that can hinder both men and women from pursuing diverse interests and roles. The fifth is the political underrepresentation. Women are often underrepresented in political leadership, impacting some policy decisions and the prioritization of gender-related issues. The sixth one is the healthcare inequities. Women may face disparities in access to healthcare, including reproductive rights and maternal health. So, the seventh is the intersectionality. Intersectional factors such as race, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status compound gender inequalities, leading to unique challenges for different groups. So the last one is the technology and STEM fields, or we call the STEM fields. Women are underrepresented in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which we call STEM fields, limiting their influence in sectors crucial to societal progress. So for me, for me as a DepEd secretary, addressing these issues requires comprehensive efforts, including legal reforms, educational initiatives, the cultural shifts, and promoting inclusivity across all sectors of society.
As someone who has the biggest role that can influence your community, how will you spread awareness on gender equality?
So, as a mayor of a city, I believe that it is crucial to advocate for gender equality in order to create a more inclusive and just society. So, by spreading awareness on gender equality, we can ensure that all members of our community have the same opportunities and rights, regardless of their gender identity. So, for me, one of the key ways to spread awareness on gender equality is through education. So I will work on to incorporate lessons on gender equality and respect for all genders into the curriculum of our school. And by teaching our children about the importance of gender equality from a young age, we can create a generation of individuals who are committed to upholding these values. So additionally, I will organize workshops and training sessions for city employees, law enforcement, and community leaders to promote understanding and respect for gender diversity. So these workshops will focus on the ways in which gender is discriminated, manifest, and steps we can take to address it. So by providing these resources, we can equip our city leaders with the knowledge and tools to lead by example and support gender equality in their work. So aside from that, I will also organize public awareness campaigns to raise visibility of gender equality issues and to foster a culture of inclusivity and respect within our community. So this campaign will strive to challenge harmful gender stereotypes and promote positive representations of all genders. So by highlighting the experience and contributions of individuals of all genders, we can foster understanding and respect within our community. So in addition, I will work to ensure that our city's policies and initiatives promote and support gender equality. This includes measures to address pay inequality, increase access to children and parental leave, and promote representation of all genders in leadership positions. So, by implementing these three policies, we can make substantive changes that will benefit individuals of all genders and ensure that our city is a place where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. So, finally, I will strive to create partnerships with local and national organizations that can dedicate to promoting gender equality. So, by working this group, we can amplify our efforts and leverage their expertise and resources to advance gender equality in our city. So, as a mayor of our city, I am committed to spreading awareness on gender equality and promoting a more inclusive and just society. By implementing education, training, public awareness campaigns, and policy initiatives, we can make a meaningful strides toward gender equality in our city. I believe that by working together, we can create we can create a city where everyone, regardless of their gender, identity, or expression, has the opportunity to thrive and succeed.
How can individuals contribute to promoting gender equality in their daily lives?
Okay, so to challenge gender norms and stereotypes, individuals can actively question and challenge societal expectations. This can involve questioning assumptions about gender rules and responsibilities, encouraging individuals to pursue their interests and passions regardless of societal expectations. By promoting equal opportunities and treatment, individuals can advocate for policies and practices that ensure fairness and equity for all genders. This can include supporting initiatives that address gender pay gaps, provide access to quality education and healthcare, and promote gender-balanced representation in leadership roles. Fostering respectful and equitable relationships is another important aspect of promoting gender equality. This involves treating others with dignity, respect, and empathy. Regardless of their gender, individuals can actively listen to and value the perspectives and experiences of others, particularly those from marginalized genders, and support them in achieving their goals. Individuals can promote gender equality by actively advocating for equal representation and amplifying marginalized voices. This can involve supporting and promoting women's leadership, participation, and representation in various fields and decision-making processes. By recognizing and addressing the barriers that hinder gender equality, individuals can work towards dismantling systemic biases and promoting a more inclusive society for all genders. By making these conscious choices in their daily lives, individuals can contribute to creating a more equitable and inclusive world. So for me, gender equality is an essential aspect of a just an inclusive society. It is about ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their gender, have equal rights, opportunities, and access to resources. Gender equality recognizes that everyone should be treated with dignity, respect, and fairness, free from discrimination and bias. It is not about promoting one gender over another, but rather about dismantling societal norms and expectations that limit individuals based on their gender. Achieving gender equality requires challenging deeply ingrained stereotypes, advocating for policy changes, and creating an environment that celebrates and values the diverse experience and contributions of all genders. It is a collective effort that benefits everyone, fostering a more equitable and harmonious world for all. That's all. Thank you.
How can athletes who is a member of LGBTQ community understand the policies in the field of sport?
LGBTQ plus athletes can familiarize themselves with sport policies by reviewing the guidelines of their respective sports organizations. Paying attention to inclusivity clauses and anti-discrimination measures. Engaging with LGBTQ plus athlete support networks and staying informed about updates in the sports community can also enhance their understanding of the relevant policies. Ultimately, proactive involvement and advocacy contribute to creating more inclusive and welcoming environments for LGBTQ plus athletes in the world of sports.
For the surprise question, what is the importance of gender equality?
Okay. I think gender equality is crucial for several reasons, and I would give 5 reasons for that. First is human rights. Gender equality is a fundamental human right. Every individual, regardless of gender, deserves equal opportunities, treatment, and rights. Second is social justice. Achieving gender equality promotes fairness, justice, and inclusivity in society. It helps break down barriers and biases, fostering a more equitable world for all. Third would be economic growth. Gender equality contributes to economic growth by allowing everyone to participate fully in the workforce. When all the talents are utilized, productivity and innovation thrive. And fourth would be health and well-being. Gender equality positively impacts health outcomes by ensuring equal access to healthcare, reducing gender-based violence, and promoting mental well-being. And last would be peace and stability. Countries with greater gender equality tend to be more stable and peaceful. Empowering all individuals reduces conflicts and fosters stronger and more cohesive communities.
They created the 17 Sustainable Development Goals is to balance the economic, social, and ecological dimensions of Sustainable Development Goals. And also it places to fight against poverty and other issues. So it is significant for us to use these Sustainable Development Goals. Thanks to the audience and panelists, and of course, to you who watch our panel discussion. We hope you gain knowledge and understanding about this issue. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations. Thank you so much.